All right, hello and welcome to a general trait overview video thing, whichever. Yeah, so today we're going to be going over all the general traits in the game and which ones are good and you should have. This isn't like a specific build for your generals. This is just more of an overview of all of the traits. We're not going into officer core roles here. That's a separate video. We're just going over their traits. Okay, so to start with, we should go over the terrain traits because we're just going to go right to left, and it's easier to do it that way. Okay, so basically all the traits right here, they all get you better bonuses, and you can grind all of these traits, okay? They're all good in their respective areas. The main thing you need to worry about here is you need 2 of them to take adaptable, okay? So you have to have 2 of these. It doesn't matter what 2, so you can have Mountaineer and Winter Specialist and then get adaptable. And adaptable is the best trait in the game. I will fight you. It is the best trait because it reduces the terrain penalty. So that means your divisions, when they're fighting, they take 30% less penalties. Let's say if they had like a naval landing or something, and they're taking like 100% penalty, this reduces it down to 30, okay? So this is very good. This is why it's like one of the best traits in the game. This trait down here, Winter Expert, okay? What this is telling you is the acclimatization. So if you go look at my Special Forces video, this basically means you get it faster. So these units they get their cold acclimatization faster if their general has this trait and they're assigned right here. So let's just say Rommel has Winter Expert and he's assigned to these divisions. They will gain this trait a lot faster, okay? Winter Specialist just reduces their attrition. This just increases how fast they gain it, okay? Gain their acclimatization. Those are important things to know. Otherwise, basically get adaptable as fast as you can. And all of these are good for the terrain you're fighting in. Okay, so next we're going to go to Field Marshal traits. Okay, so if we look at Field Marshal traits, we can go from the top to bottom. Okay, so Logistics Wizard. Basically, what this does is for the entire field, like army group. So we can see General Runstedt here, 1 of 5. This whole army group, if he has Logistics Wizard, all divisions take minus 15% less supply. So you can even see it down here. Supply consumption is minus 20% for the whole army. Now, this is factors because he also has this minus 5 logistics right here, okay? So it's minus 20. This is very, very good. And then extra supplies, basically, it gets you off minus supplies, basically. What it basically does is gives you 168 hours more of supply grace. If I could show it off, I would. But it may or may not work. So if you do it right here, you see that it is 168 hours. It's very good, situationally useful, but hey, it's good. So for now, if we keep going on the traits, we can see Fast Planner versus Thorough Planner. Let's break this down. Fast Planner gets you planning speed, and Thorough Planner gets you more planning. Which is better? Thorough Planner. Why? Because the more planning you have, the more your attack and breakthrough stacks, okay? Fast Planner basically is countered by if you have radios. If you have radios in your division, you don't need Fast Planner and it's worthless, okay? So always take the Thorough Planner is what I would say. Unless it's just hyper-specific situation in which you need Fast Planner, but I wouldn't take it. Unyielding Defender. So basically is a choice here. And you have to have Inflexible Strategist, so very few generals have. Gets you 10 defense. Very good. You stack this with Defensive Doctrine, okay? So if you have a general that has Inflexible Strategist, I'm not sure if Germany has any, but it is a trait that the Allies usually get on their generals, and it's a half-decent trait for defending. So you usually get an Inflexible General, and then give him Unyielding Defender, and then give him Defensive Doctrine. Aggressive Assaulter is the exact opposite. This gives increased breakthrough and increases the chance for executing assault and shock. And last time I looked in the files, it increases it ever so slightly, but it is a thing. And it gives 10% breakthrough through all of your army groups, okay? And Defensive Doctrine is the same way. It gives you 1 attack, and this is the very important thing here, is the aura gloss when moving minus 30% is massive, okay? You can see right here, just for mobile warfare, it's minus 10 alone, okay? So having minus 30 on top of the minus 10 is a minus 40, which is really, really good. This is why you take this trait more often than not. Again, you have to have Brilliant Strategists to take Aggressive Assaulter, and Germany is usually one of the things you do. And if you type in BR, you can usually find Brilliant Strategist. So like Heinz Guderian can take Aggressive Assaulter because he has the trait, okay? Defensive Doctrine, again, max entrenchment plus 30. Very good, and you stack it with Unyielding Defender for defensive divisions, so basically your infantry guys. Organization First, Reinforce Rate plus 2. Situationally useful, but I wouldn't be burning a trait slot on it. Charismatic, same thing. Situationally useful, wouldn't be burning a field marshal trait on it. So go over them again. The highest one I would take here, Logistics. By far the best, okay? Second best is either Unyielding Defender or Aggressive Assaulter, depending on your situation. Third is Offensive Doctrine, and then Defensive Doctrine. The rest of these are okay. So it's just how it goes. Okay, so now we're going to go with the general traits, okay? And we have one more staff right here, so we're just going to go over it. Basically, you have to have a Skilled Staffer, which basically increases your army size here, but this one gives your army group size plus 2, which means it goes to 7 instead of 5. It's also very good. I would put it up there with Unyielding Defender and Aggressive Expert, so like a second tier item. And Logistics would always be first, okay? So we're going to go with the general traits now, then we'll go to earned traits last. So some general traits, if you look at it, basically you can get Panzer Expert here, which increases your armor division defense by 10. It's okay, but your armor has to get attacked. But the main thing is it increases blitz and encirclement. Combined arms gives your mechanized divisions and motorized divisions 15% defense and gives them the blitz. It depends what you want. And then cavalry is for cav, actual cavalry, not motorized, not mechanized, actual cavalry. So it's trash. Fort Buster gives you plus 15% on attack and enables siege artillery. Basically, siege artillery destroys the ability siege artillery. So if we take it on Heinz Guderian, I don't know if we can see it, but we can try. It gives you your damage to forts plus 200% and gives you fort attack, okay? Basically, you destroy the enemy fort when you're attacking it. So it's very good for punching through the Maggio line, okay? That's the situation it is used in. Scavenger. It's usually exclusive with Fort Buster. I would take more Fort Buster or Scavenger pretty much all the time. It basically gives you more chance to capture enemy equipment. Okay, cool. Not really. Yeah. It can be useful if you stack more of these things on the Soviet Union, because then you can just capture all the stuff and don't run out of stuff to use against people. Infantry Expert versus Ambusher. Okay. Here's the thing. Infantry Expert just gives you all your infantry divisions plus 10% attack. Very good. Ambusher is max entrenchment, and then you get a recon bonus when you're attacked, when you're entrenched, okay? Good if you're holding a line, although it's very situationally useful. So like SP, completely worthless. MP may be worth it if you're holding a position and not moving. Could be useful there. And if we take it on Heinz Guderian, I do not believe it has the... There used to be something called probing attack with it, but I think they got rid of it, so it's gone now. So unfortunately, it doesn't have that thing, but it also doesn't get... Moving on. Amphibious, okay? Now, what this does is gives your... Basically, it gives you more supply grace, just as a flat bonus, okay? And then enables the invasion assault plan. So if we take someone besides Heinz Guderian, so let's say Manstein, we can't give him Amphibious, or Manstein Amphibious, we can replace him. And basically it gives you invasion preparation speed. That's it. So it's not worth it for that ability, it's worth it for the supply grace. The Naval Liaison, this thing is completely worthless. Go watch my naval guides. Basically all you're doing is giving 25% more bonus to your heavy gun attack, and that only stacks so far. So if you have a fleet of 8 battleships, you don't need this trait, okay? You have the maximum short bombardment already. This just boosts it up if you don't have enough. So like if you only had heavy cruisers and you took this, it would boost the short bombardment bonus they would give a little bit. But I would take amphibious all the time. Commando. Okay, so skirmisher. So this is what it is. So they moved the ambusher, because this one, if I remember correctly, used to give you probing attack. They moved it. I could be wrong, but who knows. Basically what this does is, on general, you press this button, it gives your divisions don't lose entrenchment when attacking, but they do not fully commit to battle, whatever that means. Basically, you just don't lose your entrenchment when you attack. But if you're counterattacked, you're screwed. So it doesn't stop your division from deorienting itself. Let's say your division had 60 organization, you attacked an enemy, you drop down to 10 organization, and you stop the attack. If they counterattack you, it doesn't matter if you have your entrenchment because you have 10 organization and they're going to shift you off the hill. So it's an okay ability. It's not amazing or anything. Paratroopers, extra supply grace, and glider planes. This is a must-have if you're going to use paratroopers. Now, the reason it's a must-have, let's see, Kurt Stewart can take paratroopers, okay? So the reason it's a must-have is it gives you your paratroopers per plane is okay, but it gives the organization factor plus 200. That is immediately worth it, okay? So your paratroopers, instead of dropping with like one organization, they can drop with 10. Very, very useful to have it on them. Okay, camouflage expert. Damage reduction against cast. So if you lose the air war and you're getting bombed, you need this trait. But it also reduces the air superiority bonus you get into combat by 50%. So again, if you're completely lost the air war and you're getting cast, take this. If not, don't. Improvisation expert. The best general trait in here. By far, the best general trait in here. Basically, what it allows you to do, if I take it, I don't know if I can take it on this man, but we will try. We may need to get another general. So let's take him. If we give him improvisation expert, okay? This allows you to do is river cross at minus 40, like it gives you the speed penalty minus 40% and the attack of river across the river plus 20. You need one of these traits to take it. Again, best trade it for generals because basically all you do in Russia is you get 2 train traits, you get adaptable, you get improvisation expert, okay? Or improv expert. And you steam across rivers, like in Poland or whatever, you steam across the river and win. Okay? By far one of the best traits in the general to have as a whole. And then guerrilla fighter, intelligence speed plus 50. I've never taken this trait. I've played this game since it came out. It's completely worthless, in my opinion. Okay, so that's all the general traits done. Next, we'll move on to the earned traits. Okay, so the earned traits. Basically, we're going to go top to bottom. Organizer, plus 10%. You have to use a battle plan to get this. It's okay. 10%. But basically, at least of these traits right here, so it's worth it in that regard. Panzer Leader, good. Again, you have to take it. Your armor speed goes up by 5 and your armor division attack goes up by 16. Very good. Cavalry Expert, this increases all of your motorized, cav, and mechanized. You have to be using your general for this, obviously, and then you ignore this and you take these two, unless you're in China or something. I don't know. River Engineer, basically you have to attack across a ford thing, if I remember correctly. So if we take Felix Steiner, you can see that you have to attack over. Have to be fighting in a fort or river and gives you a river or attack fort bonus. Okay, and then you need that. Infantry Leader gives your infantry defense up by 13. Very good. Very good. Invader. Basically, you take it when you're on your marine. Invasion prep time and amphibious speed is up. Very good. Because at least you're better traits. Commando is a very hard trait to actually get. You either need to be paratrooping, which means you're dead. You need to be naval landing, which that is doable. That's why you would probe ports. So let's say it's 1943 and you just want to earn Invader for the real attempt. You naval invade Cherbourg and Brest and you lose and you keep doing it over and over again until you get this trait, okay? And for commando, it's the same thing. And then fighting in all of those temperatures it's situationally would that be good. And then reconnaissance, you have to be flanking an enemy to get this one. So what that means is let's say we're gonna fight we want to take deeper, okay? So we need to flank it. What that means is you need to have divisions here, here, and here, and you need to attack it with 3 sides and to attack it dipper, okay? That's how you actually earn the Trickster trait reliably, okay? So that goes out of the way. Okay, so the last earned trait here is Skilled Staffer. You gain it for controlling at least 24 armies. However, every single person that I know that plays MP and that actually gets this skill, you put 25 divisions in there. So 25 armies is what that means. It means 25 divisions. So that number is referring to this number right here. So it means 25. So right now it's 14 out of 24. You make it 25 out of 24 to get like this trait up, okay? And then it gives you +6 to your army max size, basically means it makes it 30, okay? So this makes this 24 or 30. And then at least expert delegator, so there you go. Okay, so lastly, we're going to look at some earned traits. Only a few of them, the ones that are actually important and matter a lot. Old Guard. If your general has Old Guard, don't use him. He's trash. And you can't get rid of it. -25 leader XP is garbage. Don't you ever use the man. Brilliant Strategist. Very good. Attack and planning go up and you get a +1 in all of them. Very good general you need to keep around. Same with Inflexible Strategist. He gets logistics and defense up. Very good general. Politically connected. You do not use a politically connected general if you can. -10 leader XP is very bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not as bad as Old Guard, but it's still bad. War Hero is... You're likely to get attack and planning up, which is good. The promotion cost -50 is good, and the army reassignment bonus it says it increases by 50, so sometimes it's bad, but if you pre-plan ahead, you don't have to worry about it. So War Heroes are good, okay? Career officers, it's the same thing. Planning logistics goes up, and minus promotion cost is good. Cautious. Okay. So cautious is... It's not an amazing trait. However, if you don't want your general to get killed, like shot at, when he's wounded, he can't use any of his abilities and stuff. So it's situationally useful. I would try to avoid it if possible. Reckless. Planning speed up, and you have more chance to get wounded in combat. Again, attack, defense, and planning go up. We're more likely to go up. This one is, again, situationally useful. However, I will more likely pick a general with reckless over cautious. Immediate personality. Attack and defense go up, and then your army reassignment bonus of 100 basically takes them forever to get to a unit. But again, you have prior planning prevents from this taking too much of a hold. Harsh leader. 1 attack, and then minus recovery on your divisions, okay? I have seen people in MP take this over other traits, okay, or have this on their guys. Now, the thing is, the division recovery rate, -10%, doesn't seem like a lot, but again, if we look at charismatic, it goes up by 10. So you're minusing 10 just off all your divisions, okay? Again, useful, but if you have like a 10 attack general, it's very good. So, again, with that. Bearer of Artillery. Artillery attack +15. Very good if you make artillery divisions. Very good. Take the man. Infantry officer, basically all these things are just giving you, all these officers right here just give you the XP factor up, so you can earn those traits easier. Yeah, and then sick, again, your leader -50%, and then wounded is again -50%, and they can't use their abilities, so bad. And then we're not going to go over all these other traits because they're really they're not there's so many of them, and they don't really matter. You can just look those up on your own time. Okay, so on to conclusion. Okay, so in conclusion, we have gone over all the traits possible and what I think of them. This is just a brief overview. It's not like building generals specifically for what situations you need them. That's a different video, and we'll get into it, and it's not the officer core video either. So this is just a general trait overview. If you found this helpful, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell me what traits you think are better or not. Otherwise, have a nice day.